out of his bed and fetched a bag, put Molly into it, and the cat and the dog beside, and a needle and thread and a stout pair of scissors, and hung her up on the bedpost. Then went into the forest to get him a good strong stick. When he was well gone, Molly, stroking the dog with one hand and the cat with the other, sang out in a high, clear voice, "Oh, if you could see what I see." "See, Molly Whuppie," said the giant's wife. "What do you see?" But Molly only said, "Oh, if you could see what I see." Then the giant's wife begged and entreated Molly to let her into the bag so that she could see what Molly saw. At last she said, "Let me get into that bag, Molly Whuppie." So Molly took the scissors and cut a hole in the lowest corner of the bag, jumped out, helped the giant's wife up into it, and as fast as she could, sewed up the hole with a needle and thread. But it was pitch black in the bag, so the giant's wife saw nothing, and she soon began to ask to be let out again. "Molly Whuppie, you let me out of this bag." Molly never heeded or answered, but hid herself behind the door. Home at last came the giant, with a big club in his hand and a knob on the end of it as big as a pumpkin. And he began to whack the bag with the club. "Oh, oh, oh, oh," barked the dog. "Oh, oh." "Meow, meow," squalled the cat. "Meow." The giant's wife cried, "Leave off, man, it's me, man. Oh, man, leave off, it's me. Oh, 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 meow, meow, leave off, man." But at first he couldn't hear her voice. Amid the noise and confusion, Molly crept softly out from behind the door. The giant saw her, roared, and ran after her. And Molly ran, and the giant ran, and they both ran. And she ran, and he ran, and she ran, and he ran, and she ran, and he ran, till they came to the bridge of the single hair. And Molly skipped along over it. But the giant stayed, for he couldn't so much as put a foot on it. And he cried out after her in a dreadful voice across the chasm, "Woe betide ye, Molly Whuppie, if you e'er return again." Molly waved her hand at the giant over the chasm and flung back her head. "Never again I'll come and see, for I'll come no more to stay." Then Molly ran off back to the king's house with a giant's ring in her pocket, and she was married to the king's youngest son. And there was the finest feast the country had ever seen, and there were guests by the hundreds from every part of the country who ate until they could eat no more. But the giant never so much as gnawed a dry bone.